So here we are at the tree giveaway in Cottage Grove, and I'm talking with
Deborah Bartlett, and I'm on the Urban Forest Committee, and we, in conjunction with the City of Cottage Grove, thank them very, very much. We're giving away 900 trees today in honor of Arbor Day, and we worked with Arbor Day, and they got us a grant to cover this event. Then we came in and asked our nonprofits who would like to participate and give information for the children and adults, and you can see what a great turnout we are having. We're very excited. Every year there is a tree giveaway, usually small, but people really enjoy it and really appreciate Cottage Grove offering them free trees. So our committee decided to jump it up and see what we could get. And so we got 900 plus another 100 beautiful trees, many of them cherry trees, that we're going to start around our bike paths. Cottage Grove has been a tree city for 28 years, and Arbor Day also gives you a special award if you do others, and we've done that now for 5 years. But this year, the state of Oregon just announced a couple weeks ago, we are their Tree City of the Year for 2022. And the award is going to be given out May 9th by our head urban forester, Kristen Ronstadt.
Yeah, I'm Rob Dickinson. I'm with Climate Action Cottage Grove, and we're here at the Urban Forestry's tree giveaway, promoting the city taking action on climate change. We're hoping that they will form a climate advisory committee to develop a climate action plan so that we can reduce our greenhouse gas emissions and, as a community, work to be part of the solution.
I'm Bruce Kelch. I'm the chair of the Earth and Social Justice Committee of First Presbyterian Church here in town. And I think it's important for us to have a presence here because part of Earth and Social Justice is the Earth part. So we have donated 2 cherry trees to the city, one for Bohemia Park and one for Trailhead Park, and that has expanded to more cherry trees along the bike trail, so that's a good start. We'll also be being part of the Green Living activity that's going to happen on the 23rd of this month, and I think it's good, it's a good stewardship of the earth to be part of this sort of thing.
My name is Kristen Ramstad. I work for the Oregon Department of Forestry, and I manage the Urban and Community Forestry Assistance Program with the agency. There are a lot of trees here, both bare root and potted trees as well. The city of Cottage Grove received a grant to purchase the trees from the Arbor Day Foundation, I believe, and they have worked with local nurseries and tree producers to bring in those trees today. The nurseries that they worked with, there's one at least that works with native species like Oregon white oak and western red cedar and some of the native flowering trees. And then there's another nursery that provided more of the ornamental trees like the red buds and things like that. Mm-hmm. There's at least one representative from Friends of Trees here who can tell them about the trees, and he's actually standing by the trees. And then there are some folks from the local watershed councils that know more about native species that people can ask about. So there's a lot of resource people here who can answer those questions.
Well, this is sort of our local heritage species. The Oregon white oak has, existed in the Pacific Northwest, upwards from Northern California all the way to British Columbia, for ages. And so it's it's Oregon's special tree. It's if you've got a lot of planting area, it's a great choice. It's a great habitat tree.
I'm Christina Hubbard. I'm the Executive Director for Forest Web here in Cottage Grove. We're an environmental group that's been active for the past 15 years. And our primary focus is on old growth forests, preservation, and endangered species with a strong lot of work that we've done on wolf recovery. Today's event is awesome, and the City of Cottage Grove won a grant to plant and get trees out into the community to increase the tree canopy in the area. And it's been a wonderful event to help promote through our website and stuff. So we're here helping out, supporting that, giving out seeds for butterflies to create more habitat. for pollinators, and it's been a wonderful day here in Cottage Grove, just getting to see everybody outside and talking to each other without masks on for a change. They're all going to be planted within the city limits because they're being given out to residents for this project. It was the Arbor Day Foundation gave them the grant, so it's a local thing. We may get some of the trees out to other people later. I'd like us to start doing some of our own tree giveaways in the future where we can get evergreens of cedar and yew and other things that are native and get them out in the mix in the forests around here.
I'm Don Norden. I'm with the Friends of Mount David. Well, if you turn your camera around, it's right there in the middle of town, essentially. It's a place where all the community has been using as a public open space for ever since the community's been here. And we're in threat now of having it paved over and developed in such a way that would use a lot of energy and resources and make it more expensive than anyone here could afford. So we're seeing an opportunity now for the people of Cottage Grove to take some control over how it's developed and hopefully put in a ridgeline trail so everyone could use, and perhaps even acquire the whole property for public open space or just community involvement, an opportunity to clear the invasive species off and replant it in other ways that would make it more appropriate for what we need to do to mitigate climate change and prepare for resiliency for this community. So we all have an opportunity to do something for Cottage Grove right now. We don't have to worry about the global climate problem. We can take care of it as each individual member of this community. And we've been All-American City twice, and the people of this community do come together and do exciting and interesting things, and I'm hoping that this is another one of those, and it'll be something that we'll be glad to leave to the future generations, and perhaps make a space that's available for the previous generations of the Kalapuya who lived here before us, at least to have a spot where it would be significant for them. They used to have ceremony sites here before. They could have those again.
So I'm Lisa Colgan. I'm a member of Elders Climate Action, the Oregon chapter. We just started that about a year or so ago. We're growing, looking for new members. We do direct action. We have a fellow who's been trying to get Florence City Council to do a climate emergency declaration for almost 2 years now. He and his wife are there every Friday. We do a legislative advocacy. One of our members is a former major litigator for the Environmental Defense Fund. So we've sent in comments on a variety of different climate issues. And we're here at public events, just spreading the word. Would love to get people signed up on the wonderful app called Climate Action Now, which allows them to contact their legislators with just a couple of swipes of their smartphone. So trying to get people aware of the crisis and actively working toward it. Trees are one of our most underappreciated climate champions. They sequester carbon, they produce oxygen, and it's more important than ever that people understand the value of trees. So these are being given away. Hopefully they'll get good homes, and we can work to rebuild not only the urban forests, but our beautiful Oregonian forests as well.
I'm with Kennedy Conservation Corps. We work on mitigation and restoration projects, and it's really important for us to plant trees because this is our future, and we just want to keep Oregon a beautiful place. They also help keep the soil together, and they provide a lot of habitat for other animals. We go out and we work with local organizations to plant things like the Army Corps of Engineers a lot.
I'm Jen. I'm Matt Hall's assistant at Al Kennedy High School. Students did a tree planting demonstration today, and the steps for planting the tree were that first we scalped the grass off so that we were just down to bare dirt, and that just makes it so there aren't other plants competing where the tree is going to be starting to grow. And then the students dug a nice deep hole, deep and wide, to make sure that there was plenty of room for the tree's roots to not be jade in their hole, that they could be straight and have room to stretch out and begin to settle in. And then we backfilled the hole, well, added a little mulch to the bottom of the hole and just broke up the dirt because it was kind of clay. So gave it a little aeration, and then backfilled the hole after we planted the tree, and filled it with dirt, watered it in to make sure there's no air around the roots. And then the last step after backfilling the hole and watering the tree in is to put a nice thick layer of mulch around, so that keeps the weeds away and just helps the little sapling be able to settle in and not have to compete with other plants while it's doing that. Also, the mulch holds the water in, so that the trees, when they're first planted and then about their first year of life, need to have a little more water, so the mulch helps with that.